podcast asking the important question: are we missing the point? Are you missing the point? Or is the whole damn world missing the point? I'm one of your hosts, Brian.
This is Ruth.
And big news, it's your birthday. Gasp. S-
Yes, it is. It is indeed.
Scandalous?
I
Not
get
really.
to wear my lion shirt today. It's like
Nice.
he's a very cool
Oh, that's dope. That's like a
steampunk lion
steampunk
guy.
lion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love this shirt. It
that's
makes me
pretty dope.
happy.
Nice.
Totally. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. It's the middle of the ish of the week, but I can never really tell what time is anyway. It's all relative at this point,
It really is.
And your birthday happening means that mine happens soon too, which is also
It
freaking me out.
does.
Just totally
Um,
weird.
yeah, I try not to think about it too much, because yikes, guys. Yikes on bikes.
I mean, I love it because I just don't even like. It's not that I don't care about my birthday, but like now I just don't care about getting older. I'm like, yeah, like what am I gonna do about it?
It's very freeing.
Yeah,
I will say that, it's like, whew, cleared it.
yeah. Like
And
the
then,
number of times that myself and my partner Jess talk about like you couldn't pay us money to go back
oh,
and
fuck
be
no.
in our 20s or some
Nope.
shit. Like,
No.
no, absolutely not.
No. I have done this thought exercise and I have not come up with a figure that makes sense for me. I'll say that much. I don't
No,
know.
100%. I literally don't even remember, I think, who I even was when I was in my like 20s or something like that. Like, it seems like it's another dimension at this point in so
It
many
is.
ways. Like,
Totally.
and, like, because we have this ongoing thing of, try and figure out how old we are. I mean, if anybody hasn't started again idea now, then I don't know what else to tell you. But like, I don't have a bunch of pictures of myself and stuff from around that. Like, I wasn't carrying a device in my pocket that let me just take a picture of myself all the
Capture
time.
your entire life in nanoseconds.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
No, same.
right.
When I do come across pictures, I'm like, oh, this is like an archaeological find right here. Like,
Yeah,
how did this
right,
picture even survive physically,
right.
much less having moved and having been stashed away in a box for years? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't even.
yeah.
Or people will send me like ancient digital photos of ourselves when we were, out at the shows and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how did that hard drive make it so long? I have lost so much data over the course of a blank number of years that it's like I
Blank. Yeah.
I have to count on like two hands how many hard drives have, shat the bed and taken
M-
everything with
Met the
them.
digital reaper. Yeah.
Yeah, and took my pictures with it.
Right, right.
Pictures, writings, I mean, all sorts of stuff. So while it is a bit of a charming moment when I see those old photos, I feel much like you were when it's like, what was I even doing? And I mean, I have rational answers. I can remember the past, but like
Sure.
the question remains, like, what the fuck was I doing?
But
Like,
I mean, we don't even know at this
I don't
point.
know. No.
Like
And
it,
like the more
assuming we were going
things,
to die at 27 and just join the 27 club and
oh my
then
God,
finding out that that wasn't going to happen and being like,
that
well, shit. All right. I guess I'm stuck. Okay.
28, 29, maybe. And yet
Hmm.
here we are, X number of years later.
Right. Exactly.
So
And,
yeah.
somehow it continues rolling on. And yeah, like see, I am one of those people that I can weirdly say that I have data going back on hard drives now to like, I don't even know, the mid 90s or something crazy that I'm but I am a bit of a digital hoarder. I am not a
Yeah.
hoarder of other things, but I save basically everything because I'm like, well, I mean, drive space is drive space, so whatever, I just save everything.
Okay,
But
no,
even
same.
then there's like no pictures of the 2000s for me. It's just this, yeah, like liminal space that exists and only my memory and that of whoever else might have
Was
actually
there.
remembered, right. And which
Yeah.
I'm fine with. Like, I'm
Oh yeah.
totally good with that in the long
Every
run.
time I suffer a digital purge, like part of me is very sad and I go through a mourning period, but then there's this other part of me that's just like, thank fuck.
Right, fuck it.
Like, clean
Yeah.
slate. Let's make more stuff,
Yeah.
like because half that stuff doesn't really need to be saved anyway. My Google Drive is so pissed at me because on one account I'm at like 90%.
Oh
And
yeah,
I was like
absolutely.
poking around the other day, and I pay for storage, mind you. This isn't 90% of your
Oh
like
yeah,
nominal
same. Right.
2
And I'm doing
gigs.
the
It's
same
like
thing right now. Yeah.
I'm paying for like stupid level of storage, but it's an old account. I've had it for a really really long time,
Right.
since the mid 2000s, and I was just poking around the other day trying to see if like what I wanted to dump, and it's like, oh, but not this. Oh, but not that. Like these massive documents. I found an NDA for this like movie that one of my friends has had like in the works for over a decade, and I mean,
Oh,
I
nice. I love a good
I
NDA.
I dimly remember printing it out, signing it, scanning it, and sending it back to him. But like that hadn't been at the front of my memory, and I don't remember what the timestamp is on that scan. But I was
Sure.
like, huh, that's right. I did NDA that one because he was asking questions, and I was like consulting about some detail that I don't even remember. And I was like, oh, I'm like, wait, do I delete this? And again, a rational person might be like, yeah, duh, like it's over. And then the
Right.
rest of me was like,
The
oh, but
time has
for
passed.
nostalgic reasons, I'm going to keep it. So, yes, digital hoarding is familiar to me, which is why when something goes bye, I'm like, oh, cool beans. But now with all these online cloud services that store things for you automatically, like the OneDrive and the Apple and the Google, it's like, this shit is now going to chase me forever.
Yeah, live
As
on
long as I
forever.
continue to pay the subscription fee,
Right.
obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah, which we
There,
will all end up doing because eventually we'll be paying a subscription to breathe oxygen and,
get it while you can, kids. Get it while you can.
clip our toenails or something. I mean, like
On
this is
camera.
yeah, this is the
Sorry.
world that we live in now. Well, hey, you know what? Listen, like I'll be real. If I could make money clipping my toenails
On
on cam,
camera. You're not that opposed to it.
I have no problem with it. If somebody's really into that, then I would probably be okay with it because I
Yeah.
will get that paper to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, there you go.
But
I
that's
don't.
them paying me a subscription, I guess, right?
Right.
So
Not the other way around.
have I at that point become the monster that I previously or always wished to smite? Yes, I think I have. So that's a little creepy, but that's
It's all
also
right. It's a good
capitalism,
birthday thought.
kids. You
It's a
know.
birthday thought.
Yeah,
I
there you
mean,
go.
it's a
Think
day of like self reflection. And, for me, it's a lot like New Year's. Those are really the only two holidays that, well, that and 420, obviously, that I really like
well,
consider
yeah,
to be that important in my
right.
life. And all three of those for me are about like, self reflection. Where have I come from? Like we were talking about, where am I going? Like, am I turning left or am I turning right?
Sure.
Like,
Right.
what are we doing next, sort of thing. Like
Right.
what do I have to look forward to, and what do I have to literally put in the ground and never think about again?
Yeah, and what
And
do I have to do about all of that? Yeah, right.
yeah, and there's definitely a couple of things within the last week or so where I was just like, you know what, this is a good train stop for you, little thought. Like you're getting
Absolutely.
shelved
Right.
indefinitely.
Yeah.
And unlike Google Drive, the mild Brainsky, right? The organic hard drive definitely needs to be cleaned out more regularly than that, because I think I've forgotten more things than I know right now. That's how old I feel right now.
Yeah. I mean
Putting
then
things to bed, making them go away, like resolving them within myself so that they're not, sucking up all my cycles unnecessarily.
compartmentalization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah.
put it in the
As
memory, in the long-term memory bank, and every time it pops up, just redirect your thoughts into something more productive, is what I
right.
try to do. I can't say I'm always successful, but
No, I mean that's as my therapist always points out, like that's partially a survival tactic of our brain. Obviously, it's just like, nah, you don't need to remember that. It's okay. It's in a deep cave and it's long.
yeah, I mean it's still there. I know it's there. I
Oh
just don't.
yeah,
I
it's
don't need
all
to.
still there.
I don't need
That's
to
that's
poke a hibernating bear every day on some things.
no, yeah, absolutely not. No, thank you. But
Mm.
I would rather be able to lock it away into its cave and then name it if I need to at another point. and
Right.
then smite it, I guess. That's really the key, or make it smoten. I don't know what the correct verbiage would be, but do away with it, as it were. And that's a good way of getting around these things. I have noticed or at least my brain has developed a great way of just having amnesia about things in my life that I'm like, yeah, I don't care to remember that. And it's like, that's cool, you won't. Oh,
Right.
okay,
I
cool.
know.
I didn't even
Well,
tell it really to do that. I just thought to myself, well, this sucks. And it was like, bet, got you. Don't
like
worry.
a
Just sit
beep.
back.
Yeah.
It's done.
Uh,
You don't
and
remember
even
that?
stuff
That's cool.
that's great. Yeah. Well, I feel bad because I generally have like a really decent memory, but lately I've
Oh,
had to
yeah,
deal with
same.
like a lot of different people. So even stuff that wasn't like traumatic. I had an incident the other day when I found something out about somebody, and I was like, "Oh, surprise." I was like, "Oh, that's like, cool as hell." And she's like, "Ruth, I already told you this." And I was all, "Fuck."
Oh, yeah,
I,
absolutely.
but I'm
Right.
pretty sure she told me while I was distracted with like something else that was taking over like most of the cycles, and I probably just wasn't listening to her. But I felt so guilty. I was like, "Yep, my bad, sorry."
Right.
But there's a lot in old Duder's brain over here. So if I happen to forget something that you already told me, my deepest apologies. I do
Listen,
I do take my supplements regularly like any old person of my age should. So
sure.
I'm
Yes.
working to keep it afloat. But sometimes things slip through the cracks. That's all I can say.
That's absolutely fine. I mean, that's why I will probably repeat myself a bajillion times on this podcast, and people will be like, "Dude, you already talked about that." Be like, I don't know, man. I don't even listen to myself much after all of this is done. Okay,
Right?
that's for the AI clankers and whoever wants to, be a true spotter. Listening to all of this can be keeping track. If somebody wants to keep track of things that I repeat in a spreadsheet, go for it. That's great.
I
Share
mean,
it.
if you
Share the
really want
Google
to.
sheet with me if that's really what you want to do. That might be a little creepy, but hey, listen, if that is again something that brings you joy, who am I to say that
Right?
you should not do such a thing? So
I
yeah, I
agree.
mean, again, I'd rather survive this way than a lot of others at this point. So yeah,
I,
does it
I
make me an asshole? Maybe. But
nah,
speaking of
probably
real
not.
assholes,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
um I'm gonna roll the old big, very bald rubber tire down the road here and see what you and the hubs have cooked up
Ah,
this
well,
week from the bowels of the internet.
we do have a few fresh slices of human messiness for you today.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Um, yes, brought to you this very day from on down the old Reddit rabbit hole.
Oh, it's truly fresh. Okay,
Like
nice.
Sisyphus, he pushed that turd ball right up that rabbit hole back into the fresh air of this podcast.
Yep,
So,
that's right.
yeah, well, you know what we do. There is a subreddit on good old Reddit. I say good old Reddit with like heavy, heavy quote marks around it.
Big
Um,
italics.
big
Big bold italics.
three exclamation points inside parentheses.
M dashes
Um,
in there for some reason or another. We don't know why. They're just there. Yeah.
it's a warning.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Um,
A warning. Yeah. That's what it is.
yep, the subreddit is called Am I the Asshole? And this is where people go to have the internet help them decide if a recent happenstance in their life as they interacted with other people uh, was due cause for them to worry about being an asshole. Or maybe not worry, right? Just ponder it. Sometimes I'm an asshole and I know it and I don't mind at
Right.
all. So
Hmm.
worry may not be the right word to, invite others into their lives and have us speculate and judge as to whether their actions were warranted or not. If they were not warranted, then we usually go with the YTA category for OP, right? So you're the asshole original poster.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, well, you asked, we answered. And then
That's right.
the second category, which is more prevalent than we give it credit for, truly is NTA. You're not the asshole original poster. One of my favorite categories doesn't come up as much as I think it should, given my level of trust in humans, but it's uh, ESH. Everybody sucks here.
I know. I
And
would
then
think we would have more of those.
you would think, and maybe we're just too generous. Maybe you and I just are
That's
a
true.
little bit more on the compassionate side than others. And then the
That's
true
possible.
unicorn of the categories, right? The one you never get to see unless you're truly pure of heart is no assholes here. Again, truly a unicorn sighting in the black forest of the mind, because I don't know how many of those we've had, but it's not a lot.
No,
All
we've
right.
had. I mean, at some point, or speaking of spreadsheets, I will try. I should probably do this
Don't
before we get a.
bother.
I
I
know.
already started. I got it.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
worry.
dope. All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
I
That's
got you.
amazing. I'm glad you
Yeah.
did that before we got, like 100 episodes deep or something here, because
Yeah.
at that point it's just the
Uh,
same as the thing we were speaking about earlier. Just get amnesia about it and be like, I don't know, I don't remember. But so okay, thank you. That's good. Ruth loves a good spreadsheet, everyone, if you're
yeah.
not catching on, which I do too. So
Me too.
that's legit. A
They
good spreadsheet is pretty great.
they look
That's
literally the opposite of my mind, which I find very soothing.
that's something. Speaking of spreadsheets, just before we dive into this, that is something
Yeah.
that I should have realized in some past relationships in my life, that person wasn't the jam because they really hated spreadsheets, and
Oh,
also kind of hated my like ability to just like come up with a spreadsheet for nearly anything. I was like, but this is good. Like I'm good at this, and
yeah. It's good to be
it's also
organized.
helpful and it
It
organizes
is.
things. And they were like, no, it's bad.
No.
I was like, well,
All
all
right,
right.
weirdo.
You know what? Should have listened to the spreadsheet gods. So
Right.
I'm glad that we're on team spreadsheet here. That's very good. So we'll be keeping track as best as we can here of the outcome of these
We'll do our best.
discussions, as it were. But you're right, we may not always be the most balanced, but we're trying. We're doing our best, everyone. Okay, deal with it.
I mean, to the best of our ability.
Yeah, to the best of our
All right.
abilities. That's right.
So I have three here. I have some around backup, but you know how this works. I don't read it ahead of time. Sometimes I catch a glimpse of the headline, like I am right now, because of the way that this format works and how I get the links. Okay, so one, two, or three. Pick a number.
Three,
Three.
three.
Oh,
Oh, damn
all
it.
right. Straight for the
Okay, I
cause
did it.
here.
All right.
Super short. Once again, our silent editor, my husband, encourages you all to really work on your editing skills when you're posting these. There's a lot that are super great that I can't use because it would be like a Ruth version of a David Attenborough fucking narration of a
Right,
nature
totally.
film. Like,
Yeah.
keep it short, guys. Like, work, just really work on those editing skills. Consider the question, do they need to know this part? And I understand that
Right.
it's an outlet for people to, like, vent and really explore their own thoughts before they even post the post. But as a writer and an editor, and married to one of the most persnickety people on the planet when it comes to the English language, just consider keeping it to just a few paragraphs. He showed me a couple of y'all should stay. And I don't have time to scroll down through like a massive, like 35-inch screens worth of
No.
text.
Right. Right.
When
Also consider that we all have attention spans of goldfish at this
gnats.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So, like if you want any insight, then you probably need to edit yourself. And
A little
hey,
bit.
listen, I've talked a lot about AI and some of its garbage and everything, but like you can dump your writing into just about anything at this point and be like, hey, make this shorter and do away with the fluff. And it can do it
Mhm.
pretty well. Or if you have a good friend that's like, sure, I'll read through your shit before you put it on the internet, that's probably also good because they may also be able to say you like, hey, maybe don't put this on the internet.
I was gonna say maybe don't post this, man.
Right. Because AI is not going to tell you that. It's going to be like, here you go. All right, ready to go post. You want me to post it for you? I'll post it for you. You want me to share
Right.
it to your parents? Sure, I'll do it. So, ask your friends. It's okay. But this one's short, you say. So this
It
did
is.
someone, so okay. Maybe somebody listened.
I
Maybe.
hope so. Well,
Maybe.
let's see if they listen to their heart.
Oh boy, okay.
AITA for kissing a friend of the girl who has a crush for me.
Wow.
The tag is
Kissing a
advice.
friend of the girl who has a crush
Yeah.
on the OP
I mean,
for, I guess
for
that's sort of what
me.
we're, okay.
Well, they're not paying me to edit them, so I'm just going to read them word for word.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
All
they
right.
can't-
Speaking of editing, fuck
If
that.
this is the headline, they can't afford me anyway.
There you go. That's true. It's already a lost cause, which maybe
All
this
right.
whole thing is. Let's see. All
I
right.
suspect we're around the corner of lost causes here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It says, oh, the tag is advice needed. So bear that in mind. This person is coming for advice.
Okay.
I made a mistake. I told the girl who likes me that I would kiss her, but I never really wanted to. Why? Peer pressure. It's been 4 months now, and I still haven't made a move on her. But then one of my friends said that if I kissed another girl, the first girl's friend, it would fix everything. So I
What?
kissed her. The first girl doesn't know I did it, and I don't know how to tell her, but I know I have to. And also have to tell her that I don't want to kiss her. None of my friends know what I should do, and I'm running out of options. And every day that passes, it gets worse. LOL. What
Oh
should I
God.
do? AITA.
J- what?
Let's not forget that 12-year-olds have access to the internet too.
I was
And
gonna say
middle school problems are real, okay? And they do feel like the weight of the world on your shoulders. So I'm gonna
that's
go ahead
true.
and leave that at the doorstep.
That's
there were
true.
no ages listed.
Yes, that's right.
We know very little of the context surrounding this, but you know how it feels like to like have that something like that hanging over, your head. Like, I'm too old to have crushes anymore. Like, my
Right.
heart is quite dead.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. 100%. All the
that
way.
part of it is my heart's like not dead, obviously. I
No,
love
but you know,
I love my
let's.
husband, right? But the joke is he's my husband and my boyfriend because like
Right.
boyfriend season has been over for a really long time around here.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
thank the
Yeah.
good Lord.
Thank
'Cause I
God for that.
can't
Yeah.
imagine dating in this environment. Anyway, let's
Mm.
get back to the question. So it sounds like a little Deuterino,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
although it is not specified that it's a gentleman. So a person of an indeterminate age
They're the Marino.
was the Marino. I like
The
the
Marino.
Marino.
Yeah.
We'll call them the Marinos now.
Mm-hmm.
Was informed by another person that they were found to be attractive, interesting, etc., etc. What are all the reasons why we like people or have crushes for them?
Sure, right.
And it sounds like it is not. It's unrequited. It's not reciprocal.
Yes. That's true. It does sound that way, which is sort of the the last the great indignation, obviously, when you're in, high school or middle school or anything like that. It's like, do you like me? Oh, you don't like me? Oh
Mhm.
man, okay. Everything's horrible. I mean, I remember that distinctly.
Me too.
Speaking of parts of my brain that decided not to pull the amnesia card. It's like, hey, want to remember that? That's cool. Here you go. That one's nice and up front. It's like, oh, great, thanks, cool.
Ouch. I
And it's
do
also
remember
so long
that.
ago and so unimportant that it's like, well, I'm not burning therapy money on this,
I'll
So
just deal with this one myself.
right, we'll just figure this one out, a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I remember that feeling. And this sounds like that. I mean,
Well, and it's like not just one feeling, right? It's like all of these feelings like mixed together. You have lust,
Right.
you have love, you have social standing, you have perceptions of self and others, both physical and
Sure.
personality wise. You have a
Right.
fear of rejection, which if you don't live with a fear of rejection, bud, you should give me the fucking secret to life right there.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
that's
Right.
this idea of like the struggle between love, lust, and fear of rejection is very real at certain ages, and for a long, long time. Even into adulthood. I
For
assume.
some people, a bit of forever, which is,
Yeah.
not easy either. I get that. Yeah. So that makes sense. And then also the fact that at this point, in life, like your entire social circle is completely wrapped up in every single thing that you or they or somebody else that they don't even know is doing or thinking about doing or did or whatever. Like, it's obviously it all has some social capital assigned to it, which is also troubling when you're at that point. So I can
Totally.
understand the consternation here for sure on
So
the
if I'm
OP's
like
part.
gonna follow through on this little theory of mine that they don't sound like they vote yet, let's say.
Yeah.
Um
Again, we're just spitballing here,
this
everybody.
is a
Don't hate
guess.
us.
They did not provide enough information for me to give anything other than this advice
That's right.
since you asked for it.
That's right. You
Okay.
did ask for it. It's on the internet. So,
Literally, I'm staring at it right now.
and congratulations. It's now also on a podcast. So,
We'll send you a t-shirt.
yep, you'll get a t-shirt depending on how we decide here.
So
Jury's out.
there's a bit of irony going on here the more I read it and think about it, right? So he didn't want to kiss her because of peer pressure. That's
Right.
fair. You don't have to kiss anybody you don't want to kiss. Kissing is a completely highly optional personal choice,
Right. Also,
right?
good little bit of consent practice here. Respect.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So like we're on the right track and it's like, no, I
Absolutely.
don't I don't want to have to feel like kiss this girl cuz it sounds like it comes from a place of like I don't want to like embarrass her or myself just because somebody else thought that it should happen, right?
Sure. Right.
Because what she doesn't realize yet is that this person does not like her. It's unfortunate.
Yes. Right.
And the poster brings it up at the end, right? Where it's like, it would be wrong for me to do that. And it's wrong for me to not tell her what I already did. The
Right.
part that I find like in the deepest amount of irony in, and this is why I think they're littles, um, is because his this person's friends told the Marino that it would be an easy out to kiss another girl, right?
Sure.
The quote says that when one of my friends said that if I kissed another girl, and then he puts in parentheses the first girl's friend, it would fix everything. So I kissed her. So whilst he is pushing back against all the forces of peer pressure, right, and making sure that nobody ends up in an awkward, intimate situation that they shouldn't be engaged in. He goes
Sure.
ahead and takes the advice of a friend who I assume, if they're already drinking, is the one that does keg stands, right? Because this is like a very
Yeah,
band-aidy solution
for
that
sure.
requires a lot of logical like lassoing, to like get around the obvious don't do that
Right. Like, just don't do
portions
that.
of the
It's okay.
advice,
You don't have
right?
to do this.
And so it's funny to go from like, I don't want to succumb to peer pressure to like, oh yeah, my friend told me to, so I did.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's like, dude, frontal lobe clearly not fully developed yet, obviously. So what should
No.
this person do? This person should own up to what they did and tell the first girl ASAP that, listen, um, I don't feel like we're a good match. I think you're cool, but I don't think that we should do something like that
I don't
because
choose you. Sorry.
and this is like very delicate stuff. You should, out of the kindness of your heart, put people down gently, right?
Absolutely.
Like
Right.
a lot of us, I can't say all of us, I don't know, listeners, you tell me, have all of us been put down like or rejected gently and not so gently? It's happened both ways to me.
Yeah. I would say more on the not gently part.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
definitely. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's both ways, at least in my own experience, and I'm sure everybody has a different view because also, sometimes you feel a certain way when a thing happens, and then later on you're like, oh, okay, like I didn't necessarily need to react that way, and that person did handle it okay or as best as they could. And again, to use another therapy term, you were working with the best information you had at the time, so
Absolutely.
yeah, but in this case, absolutely. Like the Marino would do well to just, point out, sorry, I don't think we are a love connection, and that's okay. Because yeah, going and kissing, making out, whatever it is with their friend, that's a little weird. That's a
That's
strange way to get
this is
around not just being like, yo, sorry. That's a
Yeah, I
weird
mean,
way.
jumping through loopholes that don't exist, right? Like that's the part that gives me like a tinge of asshole here.
Yeah, I
Clearly
was
there's
gonna,
a
yeah,
lot of like
absolutely.
room to grow and learn, so I'm not going to go like full irate like I do with full grown ass dumbass men that,
For sure.
are
Yeah.
on purpose missing the point. Clearly these people are in some sort of social circle. If I were to guess, it's a school setting, which is already high pressure. And it doesn't sound like he's that close to either of these young ladies. Um,
No, this is definitely a I think you're cute and you're in my math class
right, yeah.
situation,
That's kind
you
of
know?
the vibe that I'm getting as well with it. And it's like it's okay to make mistakes, right? And I mean, again, since it's my birthday, I might wax poetic a little bit here, but what I wish for all of us
Wax
is that
away.
like we all get the opportunity to have our hearts broken and to break our heart or two in modern American society in our interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, you kind of have to. It's not
Everybody,
great, but you kind of have to,
well, and everybody deserves to go through those experiences. That means that you are engaging in life, right? Like,
Yeah, welcome to the great Black Parade. I mean, I'm sorry you all didn't get to grow up at the magical time that My Chemical Romance released one of the greatest records of all time and just
Shout out to the
experience that.
bestie. You know who
Yeah.
you are. She loves
Yeah.
that song.
Like,
Oh my god, that's so
and
funny.
so I'm sorry you all, but you can kind of still have the same experience. Fuck it. Like, come on.
Yeah,
if you're super young, go and listen to that record,
yeah,
and
it's
or
fantastic.
any number of
Watch the
emo
video too.
records.
The video is just like
Right. And
mwah.
just get
Just
into it because that'll give you just a whole lot of perspective on a lot of things here.
oh,
Okay.
and that's the kind
So
of music that's gonna help you get through heartbreak like this.
yes,
Trust me.
exactly. Right. That's something that as a musician, I sort of look at things now and go like, yeah, like I mean there's obviously still great music no matter what. There is it doesn't matter how much we all could complain that all music sounds the same. It's only that some amount of music sounds the same. But, there is a little bit of a lack of some of that weird raw emotion that was happening in the
Yeah.
late 90s and early 2000s that was generally derived from kind of these sort of situations in a
Oh,
lot of ways
absolutely. Yeah.
and then
And
turned into some great music.
it was cathartic, it was the way to, and I'm sure it's still out there. I, again, as an old lady now, I don't keep up with all the young kids music all the time. But yeah, I mean, insofar
Neither
as this
me.
goes, yes, you need to fix it. Yes, you need to come clean, because if you don't tell her, someone else is going to tell her, and
Yeah, this
that
is going to
will
happen very quick.
it will disintegrate her heart and turn it bitter in a way that you coming clean, even though it might hurt more at first and she might not understand that feeling right away, will be a kinder way to do it than this whole
Yes,
gossip mill. Because I guarantee you, if you're writing like this and this is the topic of your paragraph, I guarantee you the gossip mill is churning, baby.
absolutely. And I
It is
mean,
going down around you. People are
it's
talking about
happening
it.
very quickly. There's a
Put it
whole CW style, teenage drama
waiting to happen about this.
just right there. I mean, this is a whole Dawson's Creek episode, or, like any number. I mean, it's just there. It's going to
Yeah,
happen.
it's
This
gonna
shit,
happen.
there are literal episodes of many, many TV shows from the 2000s that are about the same situation, but, they were
Absolutely.
posting on MySpace or some shit.
Well, and
So,
before that, before we had MySpace, I mean, we had to just deal with this face to face, between periods, or at lunch, in the
yeah,
hallway during passing period, just be like, by the way, no, or
right,
whatever.
right.
Or by the way, did you hear that so and so did the so and so and the so and so? Like
Yes.
that is a wildfire right there, kids. Like,
Yeah,
do not
that's not
underestimate
fun.
the actual literal word of mouth way of wrecking somebody's life and their social status standing, etc., etc.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So I'm gonna
absolutely.
go with you are right in what you're sensing about what happened. It was fucked up. You are right about having to come clean on your own 2 feet and be, a growing up person about it and go through
Yes.
that experience of being accountable. You were right about not wanting to kiss somebody that you don't want to kiss. That's okay. Um, are you the asshole? You were
Right.
the asshole for trying to tell me that you didn't want to succumb to peer pressure, but you're also using that as an excuse to kiss the girl that you actually like because you betrayed yourself here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
used your friend's suggestion as a way to kiss the girl you actually liked of the two. And you know what that does? Speaking as a woman who's been a young woman in these kinds of situations, instigating friends against each other is apocalyptic for everyone involved.
Right. Yeah. That's the, like, again,
So
watch
that
Dawson's Creek.
right,
Not all of it.
right.
You don't have to watch all of it, but I don't know. Just watch like, I don't know, 1 or 2 episodes and you'll be
You'll
like,
get the
oh, got
gist
it.
real
Okay.
fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is uncool about this behavior is that you're using peer pressure as an excuse to do something that is socially karmically incredibly dangerous um to yourself and others,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because once all of this gets unpacked by the circles in which it's happening, um depending on the nature of the personalities in those circles, it could go from like a nothing burger to an all-out civil war.
Yep. Very quickly. Yep.
And those
You,
things always have winners and losers, and it always fucking sucks.
lot of shit getting written on bathroom walls and, the various text messages and any other number of horrible things that I can't imagine dealing with if I were a young person at this point in high
Oh,
school. Dear God, I
you listen.
thank God I
There
didn't have a
were
cell phone in
no
high school,
cell
okay?
phones when we graduated high school is one of the medium-sized miracles of my life, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's one of
No
those things that I
evidence.
am so very, very happy I did not have to deal with, and I cannot imagine dealing with it now.
Speaking of no
So,
evidence, we were talking earlier about pictures this and pictures that. Like, I am so glad that I did not have the likes of one of these. Where's my camera at? Right here. In my hand while feeling like a really squirrely 16-year-old. This is good for everyone involved. Because nobody would survive that, including myself. Oh no, where'd you go?
you know,
Yeah, I mean, so good luck, little one.
yeah, good luck. Yeah,
Decent
this is
instincts, but careful with that whole thing. If
this
somebody
is
thinks you're
difficult
cute,
though.
it
I
is.
I don't know. It's like a soft YTA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not a total
No.
asshole, and I also can't call you a full-on asshole considering what I know and what I have assumed. So yeah, it's like a soft YTA. There's
Yeah,
almost like a tinge of everybody sucks here if we take out the the two,
the girls.
yeah, the two young women being dragged into this basically for no reason at all, because most assuredly their friend definitely sucks. At least as much as I can say they like suck, being that again they're probably pretty young. So it's like
Yeah.
somewhere in the weird nether space between everybody sucks here and you are the asshole. And I don't want to like stamp a hard firm one of either of those, because it's also like, yeah, I'm willing to give you some grace here, just as you should for yourself, so I'm not going to go full on. So if you do happen to hear this and you want a t-shirt, I might just
Let's
send you
talk
just a
about it.
just a blank shirt and just be like, you know what, Here's a blank shirt and a gel pen, and you can just write on there what you think you are.
What
Go
you
home
think
and
you
think about
are.
what you've done. You know?
If I could ascertain how old these people were, like if we're talking again, like, you know, 11, 12 year olds versus 21 and up,
Sure.
I might even consider this an NTA, not NTA rather, but no assholes here, NH.
True. That's true.
Just
Yes.
because, lack of life experience, I'm willing to give it to you a little bit, like a little bit. You don't have it.
I agree. That's true. This is kind of a no assholes here. If you really, I guess that is the nether space,
Yeah, I agree.
because no assholes here is a situation also of sort of a hung jury, I guess.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Not enough information to really make a solid decision, but if
right.
I'm reading what I think I'm reading, um then, you're going to be okay as long as you keep having these moments of self-reflection, right? It sounds like
Yes.
somewhere
There you
inside
go.
of your head it makes a lot of sense to not hurt other people's feelings. And you really are following through on this girl that you don't like and make sure that her feelings aren't as hurt as they could be. These are good instincts. I
That's good.
encourage this.
Stay on that.
Stay on that.
Keep
It's
the
like
truck on
drinking
that road.
water, eating your vitamins every day and
Yeah, there
shit.
you go.
So yeah, tinge of NT or a tinge of YTA. You definitely are a little bit of an asshole, so I can't give you a full NTA. But if
No.
you're willing to take accountability for yourself and, reap what you sow as far as consequences of your actions, then
Yeah, at that
I
point,
mean, it's really the most anyone can ask for out of anybody, and a lot of us don't ever get that from somebody who's a real
right.
asshole.
Right.
So
Earn your NTA,
earn your
OP.
NTA. There you go.
Okay? That's what we're
Dig
going to
it.
say. Earn your NTA. And if there's an update to this, I'll be very interested to see how quickly it does make its way into some teenage drama on, I
On the
don't
C
know,
dubs.
the
It's not
Loop
even
network or something else.
the beep bop burp
Yeah, the whatever the hell in the
on
in the words
YouTube.
of Family Guy, television, what the hell is going on? I mean, so
I
because who
mean,
knows? But it could make a good story. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, OP, go and write a screenplay. All right. Like you
yeah,
could just use this
now you
whole
have
thing
the
right here.
fodder of your life. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Go for it.
Maybe
And
unlike us, you can, immemorialize your youth.
yeah, in a creative way that maybe gets picked up by the Gloop network or
Bloop,
the
gloop. The Gloop
Garbly
Network.
Gook or whatever the fuck. There's like
Oh, that's
9,000 streaming
amazing.
services now.
Yeah.
The Glubio. I don't know why I'm saying G's. Just G rolls off well for that.
I like
So
it. I think
yeah.
that we should consider starting one of those ourselves.
The Gloop Network, brought to you by the Art of Missing the Point. Beaming into your television today. So well, there you go. Okay, so that's good. That's our first entry this week. Now we're going to take a short break, a short
We
commercial
are.
break, and
Beep, beep.
then return
We'll
with
be back.
more of the art of missing the point and more figuring out if there are assholes here or not.
Works for me.
All right, here we go.